For the past 2 years, this has been my HOTAS that I've been using for Elite Dangerous. But today, that is gonna change because this thing just arrived. Hello ladies and gentlemen and welcome. So, this is my new Virpil stick and throttle. We're about to go and do a small unboxing / first impression of it. I should say that this is not a sponsored video. I paid full price for this and I've not contacted them about doing this review or unboxing in this case. So I don't expect to get any special treatment, any kind of like golden samples or anything like that. But let's go and see what's in the box. Big box contained 3 smaller boxes. This should be their Constellation Alpha joystick together with their throttle. I'm really excited for this. I've been waiting a very long time to have this thing arrive. Not because of Virpil's fault or anything. I mean, it was pre-ordered, so there wasn't quite a bit of delivery time on it. This one over here, the big one, is probably the throttle. I think this is the stick and this is the base. You buy all these things separately because then you can mix and match and customize. Well, inside the box, there is another box. Oh, look at that. So in the box you get a, whatever that is, like a key chain kind of thing. That says Alpha on it, a little bit of foam, put that away. And here, here we have the joystick itself. We're gonna go over this, I'm just gonna get it fully assembled. And then we're gonna go over all the features on this and have a close look at it. But yeah, this was the joystick itself. So this should be the base, and this is one of those deals with, you know, a box inside a box with a box inside it. Again, all the boxes. Okay, so this I believe is, yes, so this is the base for the joystick. Oh, and extra springs and small screws here. And they nicely like taped on a, this is what should be in the box kind of thing here. So probably just gonna keep this handy. So let's try to see if we can figure out how to actually assemble this. Oh, look at this. So you get a small, like the bottom plate is not on yet. So you actually get a chance to have a look inside it to see all the functionality. This is amazing. Wow. There should be a plate for this somewhere, I guess. Maybe that's this one. No, it's way too light. Okay, empty box. Oh, the plate underneath. There are more layers to this box. Underneath the box, there is this one that is zip tied on. Okay, got the plate off. Really nice mounting holes here in the middle of it, as well as nice big rubber feet on the bottom. I believe the screws that is in this one, yes, so there are all these extra small things with it, like extra springs and these extra hook kind of things. I believe this is so you can customize the tension on the joystick itself. So if you want it either very heavy, very light, you can then customize it by swapping out some of the springs, some of these parts inside. So really nice they included that. So now I should just be able to take this plate, put it on, and then all the holes should align, which they do. And then I can just screw this in here in the bottom. Okay, there we are, fully assembled, as you can see here. Pretty nice. Let's try to get the joystick on here. Okay, so there's like a tiny, looks like a tiny PS2 port here at the bottom. So you need to be a little careful. These pins look like they're quite small. But once you have it lined up correctly, it is basically just a matter of screwing this thing down, like so. Okay, let's go over the joystick. Like a rubber sleeve or collar down here at the bottom to kind of protect it from preventing dust getting in. You have a palm rest here on the side, and it seems like that is adjustable with this screw here. Yes, it is. You can adjust the height of this by turning this up and down, adjusting the palm rest there, so that it fits your hand. A little on the small side for my taste. I wouldn't mind if that was slightly bigger, but it's okay. Then going up here on the side, we have a small hat switch here. This seems to be a two-way hat. Yeah. If you want a dual trigger, you can pull this in and then that works as the first stage, and you can put it in and then you click the throttle or the trigger in underneath it. So either you can have this way as a dual trigger, or you can put that out and use it as a single trigger. Down here you have a, I think they refer to these as brake levers, because that's what I think you would use them for in aircrafts. But in this case you could, I guess, use this as a secondary lever or a secondary trigger. Moving up to the front side, you have up here in the right hand corner, we have what looks like a 4-way hat. Yeah, there's a push button, there's a 2-way hat, there's another red push button, then there's an analog thumbstick out here. This would probably be good for stuff like maneuvering, thrusters, stuff like that. And then down here on the side, there's another 4-way hat, and these hats also has push button functionality, so you can push them down for an additional input. Then there's a scroll wheel also with push functionality. So that is the joystick itself. It really feels good. There's very little, at least, like center. When you go over the center, there's no where you feel additional resistance, and it's pretty much the same resistance all the way out. It goes quite far out to both sides actually. It's definitely heavier, but compared to something like the X56 that we're playing with for the last 2 years, it definitely feels more smooth. It's more continuous in its motion all the way out to the corners, which I think is really nice. And it will probably take some time for me to get used to it. Okay, here we have the throttle. I'm just gonna get the knife and get this thing open, like so. And just as with the others, the box contains another box. And inside this box, there are more boxes. I assume this is another empty box. Yeah, another empty box. I guess they use these for like easy spacing to like pad the box so they don't have a lot of additional space. So the things rattles around in there. There's a small instruction thing. Look at that later. But here, oh, hold on, what is this? Oh, look at that. This is more, oh, they have more switches. These are momentary 2-way toggle switches. So it seems like this is a bigger one. And this is a permanent toggle switch. It seems like you are able to, that's probably what this instruction is for, like swap out some of the hats or switches on the throttle itself. I think, oh, this is heavy. Oh my God. What is this? This is cardboard. They don't have any hidden things in this box. No, just extra padding for protection. Oh my God, this is heavy. Look at, look at that. So I just had a quick look at the manual, and it turns out on here the side of the throttle, you can see they have a small emblem here. You can take this and take it out and replace it with either of these two switches. So if you want either a toggle switch or a 2-way momentary switch, you can put that in there, and the instructions here show you how you do that. Let's take a look and let's run over this thing. Okay, let's start with the base itself. We have buttons, push buttons up here, 8 of those labeled B1 to 8. I guess those could be used for lots of different things. Not that easy to access while the throttle is in idle. Definitely easier to access when it's at full throttle, because you kind of have to take your hand off the throttle to get down and get underneath here. Next to that, you have a little momentary security thing. You can, I don't know, if you have something very like eject all cargo or something, you can hide that between that. Then you have 2 permanent switches over here you can go up and down with. This one up here seems to be another analog thing. I don't know if you could bound this to like something like landing gear. That would be pretty cool. You put that up and you get landing gear. I assume this is, it says from 0 to 100. I don't know if what you would normally use this for, like a secondary throttle basically, like a small extra mini throttle, whatever you like. Then down here you have 3 2-way momentary switches. So they can go up and down momentarily. We have a big red button there. It's probably going to be my jump. Here you have a mode switch. So if you want to have different settings for different situations, you can switch that with the mode switch here. Here you have big dials for tuning in whatever you want to tune in. No push button functionality on those, just analog dials. And then here you have These run smoothly, so these are definitely analog. I think these are too, but these have small like notches to them, so you have like small click intervals in these. So here on the side of the throttle, we have a simple push button. We have one 4-way hat here, another 4-way hat here, another push button here at the back. And this is also a digital 4-way hat. These are not analog joysticks. The only analog joystick I've seen so far is the one at the throttle. And this ring, yeah, this ring rotates as well, and it's just as with the other things. These are small notches in them, like small indents showing you where. So I don't know, again, yeah, that is there. Moving on towards the back, we have a analog stick there. That could also be good for maneuvering. Then you have a 4-way hat. You have a slider. There is like a small notch in the middle, so I'm not sure if this is analog or if this is digital, actually, or if this is, so I'll have to figure that out. This one is a 2-way hat, and there's another push button all the way up here for your thumb, so when it rests here. Now it seems, oh yeah, underneath here it is, underneath the throttle of course, there's a small lever you can pull back, like so. And now the throttle splits in two, and you can have two individual throttles, or you can push that back in, lock them up, little bit of play between them, not too bad. And you can then have that move back and forth like so. The throttle is quite heavy, but again, tension is nice and continuous all the way through. But compared to some of the other joysticks, when you have a heavy throttle, because the base is so heavy, it's not moving at all. I don't feel like there's anything moving here at all. Now I probably have a few hours of rebinding keys now to get this thing up and running with Elite Dangerous. I will be doing a full review of this later. I don't want to do a dedicated review of it now because again, I've just taken it out of the box. I need some time to adjust it and try it out and figure out like what things that maybe not fully optimal as the way I want it at least. But for now, I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a like, subscribe, and until next time, I will see you guys in space.